November's been a crazy month for Assassin's Creed Shadows. We got leaks upon leaks of Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay assets, as well as leaks upon leaks of potential gameplay information, in-game ads, we've talked about that, and we got quite a lot of official Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay footage centered around stealth. As well as that, we got a sus article from Insider Gaming on Assassin's Creed Shadows development, and a clip, which we'll watch. We're gonna get into everything Assassin's Creed Shadows and Assassin's Creed as a series has to offer when it comes to AC news in November of 2024. Every now and then I do Assassin's Creed news roundup videos, and that's what this is. For long-time viewers, yeah, my hair's looking different. I'm just trying something new. I kind of like it. Let me know what you think. If you're new to this channel and want to stay up to date with everything Assassin's Creed, consider subscribing. Let's get on with it. The first juicy bit of Assassin's Creed Shadows news we got this month was this random Discord server that popped out of nowhere from this random Discord leaker, and they dropped tons upon tons of Assassin's Creed Shadows assets. Gear pack icons, weapon icons, in-game cash icons. I could go on. In-game mounts, in-game pets, lots of stuff. They also dropped a ton of information on how in-game ads are going to work for Shadows, as well as specific brands Ubisoft might be partnering up with for Assassin's Creed Shadows, such as Red Bull, Intel, Visa, and Bape. Now again, there was no credibility to these, it was just the word of another, and these artworks, these assets for Assassin's Creed Shadows had no verifiability. They just were what they were. But looking at the artwork, looking at how the designs were, they did look pretty legit. Then when Ubisoft revealed some AC Shadows stealth gameplay, which we'll get into in a bit, some of the icons we saw during this gameplay backed up some of the assets we saw from the leak. Verifying these leaks? I guess it could be. Which in turn, I guess kind of verifies a lot of the information we got about the brand deals. Now Ubisoft came out with a response to this where they basically were saying, these are illegitimate claims. They backed up some parts of it, saying that the battle passes would in fact be free, not paid, but they didn't really talk about anything else. They didn't even mention the ads, mention the assets being real or fake. So that again showed to me that I guess it's real. You know, you can put two and two together. I've given my very in-depth thoughts and opinions on all of these leaks, which you can check out in this video and this video. And as of recording, this Discord server drops new assets for AC Shadows every couple days. They say, oh look, this is a new one. Don't know if I've posted it yet or not, but this is what I found. And it's just even more stuff for the game. The reason for Ubisoft not taking this Discord server down or potentially taking legal action still eludes me to this day. They're literally leaking game assets. I'm sure that's not legal, but the leaker seems to still be around posting assets and having access seemingly to Ubisoft servers or something. I don't know how it works. Not too long after all of those leaks came an official gameplay and information release from Ubisoft themselves. They showcased stealth. Now, they didn't do this in their usual dev diary video. I think they realized it makes more sense for YouTubers to just talk about it for them. It saves them time and money. So they released an article post with a few unedited raw clips to watch, to react to back up what they're explaining in the article. Again, I went over all of this in this video, but for a brief overview, they showed going prone as Naue, so you're crawling through the bushes and assassinating enemies. They showed a few assassin tools. They showed Yasuke using a bow. They also showed the stealth mechanic in a little bit more depth with how when Naue sneaks on certain types of flooring, enemies may be able to hear the creaking of the footsteps. And again, it looks to be adding an extra layer of gameplay depth. You know, you have to really think about, okay, shall I go in this building because my footsteps are going to be louder in that building, or should I go through the grass? You know, overall, the stealth in Assassin's Creed Shadows is looking to be a step up from what we've seen before. They've kind of ditched the whole social stealth aspect of the older Assassin's Creed games, which was my personal favorite and what drew me into the series. They're going for a more traditional stealth approach, and they're really honing in on their Splinter Cell roots, which is not a bad thing, and the stealth system so far looks to be fairly refined. I still wouldn't say we've seen too much depth to it, like we haven't seen enough, I don't think, to really give an opinion on how it's going to work. But again, so far, it looks to be zesty. Now, Ubisoft did state that they would be releasing more gameplay articles along with more gameplay clips in the coming weeks. As of recording, I kind of thought we were going to get some today, but we didn't. This would be exactly 1 week from the last stealth gameplay overview. So again, I thought we might get some more, but I guess maybe they're waiting to sort of, you know, beginning of December to show us a little bit more. So I guess stay tuned. I guess I'll be covering it when we see more. The next gameplay clip we will be seeing, probably in beginning of December now, is going to be parkour. Wait. I have to interject here. I've got some really important information. And that is the amazing, the stupendous, the awesome fact that this video is sponsored by Instant Gaming. This video is sponsored by Instant Gaming. Ever wanted to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but it was just too expensive? On Instant Gaming, you could grab Valhalla for just over $16. And I'll do you one even better. You can even pre-order Assassin's Creed Shadows at 29% off. That's insane. Oh wait, I'll do you one even better. You can also browse trending games such as Stalker 2, Metaphor ReFantasio, and Farming Simulator 25 with availability across all platforms, including PS5, Series X, and PC. Instant Gaming isn't just another one of those resellers. You buy directly from vendors, and if you have any questions, Instant Gaming has 24/7 online customer support. I mean, come on, that's insane. And don't just take my word for it. Check out the countless Trustpilot reviews that prove Instant Gaming is the place to be. Tap or click the link in the description to start saving on tons of new games across tons of gaming platforms. Big thanks to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. Now, speaking of sus Assassin's Creed Shadows news, Insider Gaming is a very reputable gaming journalism site. They've covered a lot of Assassin's Creed leaks, news, rumors, usually by specific journalist within Insider Gaming, Tom Henderson. He's very reputable. When he says something's going to happen, it usually does. He's got sources. But there's been another Insider Gaming article on Assassin's Creed Shadows recently, written by another person, and the reason I'm calling it sus is because I really do think they kind of took a clip, not really out of context, but they looked way deeper into it than it should have been. And it almost was like just a nothing article. We've witnessed a lot of turmoil surrounding the development of Assassin's Creed Shadows, with delays and controversy marrying the title before its release. What could surprise players, I think they meant to say Insider Gaming seems to always have a few spelling errors. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. It appears Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be the first game for a number of game developers at Ubisoft. While it's common practice to bring in new talent regularly and keep the old-timers on their toes, it would seem much of the team behind Shadows is completely green behind the ears. In an appearance at XDS24, Assassin's Creed's executive producer Mark Alexis Cote said,
I've noticed since the pandemic is that we have a lot of juniors in our teams, and I don't know if this is something that's your case as well, but the seniority has lowered globally, and probably half the team that's building an Assassin's Creed is building a game for the first time, so they don't know. So you have to explain to them that even though they're playing the game right now and they think it's the worst thing they've ever seen, it's going to be good. Okay, we're gonna get there, and explain that I've been there as a leader. I remember my first time on Assassin's Creed, like it was July, and the game was shipping in October. I was like, there's no way this thing ends up shipping. And 91 Metacritic. Oh, okay, this is good. So I was wrong, because, like, again, it's not good until it is, and you need to be try to be as transparent as possible about, like, the playtest results, the appreciation, what's working, what's not working, and I think it's this genuinely sharing with your teams is, in my experience, what has allowed me to maintain the communication channels open, making sure people can come and see me if they see a problem. So I think it's really about trust and making sure you don't break this trust with your team, and if you do, that you're honest about it, and that you make sure that you don't do it again.
So there was a whole 48-minute conversation which led into this specific thing that's being focused on. Look, I'll be real, this is probably the stupidest thing he could have said. However, that doesn't indicate to me that Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be terrible and bad, and nobody knows how to make a game who's making it. I think it's such a silly thing to say online, because of course people are going to jump on that and say, oh my god, they said they don't know how to make Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh my god, nobody knows how to make a game that's working on the team. And he said that it looks unfinished, but look, you got to take the context of what he's trying to say and what this analogy is that he's using into consideration. You know, they're just having a fairly candid conversation about game development, about the trials and tribulations you go through when making a game. And he's focused on the anecdotes that, yes, there was quite a lot of new game developers coming in that started with Shadows. At the end of the day, those people were hired because they had the skills to develop a video game. So saying none of them know what they're doing is, again, quite silly. And to say that Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be down bad, diabolical because of this quote is also silly. He was silly for saying that because you as a public speaker, as a public person, should know better than to say things like that when people are just so analytical and critical on the internet. And there is also such a controversy surrounding everything with Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is just adding more fuel to the fire. At the end of the day, if you're a viewer of mine and you're level-headed, just think about the context of the conversation and think, yeah, okay, he probably shouldn't have said such a silly thing. But again, they were having a candid conversation, they were being anecdotal, and just look at the gameplay we've seen. It does look fairly polished. It does look like it could be okay. I felt like I just had to say something because there are a lot of channels that are just taking this clip out of context and saying, oh, he's just straight up said that this game is gonna be a disaster. And it's like, no, just take it, have a think. Yeah, the game could easily be dog shit when it comes out, but the phrasing he's given here doesn't actually indicate that whatsoever.
Moving on.
Out of nowhere, Ubisoft dropped an Assassin's Creed Syndicate patch for current gen consoles. It adds 4K resolution to your game and it adds 60 FPS to your game. It's not a remaster, there's no new content, it's just an update to make it look a little bit prettier on your more modern TV screens or monitors, on your more modern hardware. That's a good thing, game preservation is good. I don't really think Ubisoft did it for game preservation though, I think they did it for marketing for Assassin's Creed, but you know, either way, it is what it is and it's a good thing. Next, we just need AC Unity to get the same treatment, and to be fair, even games like Black Flag could do with it. I do genuinely believe that Ubisoft are going to completely butcher the AC Black Flag remake, so you know, to have the game in its originality on current gen with 4K and 60 FPS would be a good thing, a needed thing, a wished for thing, I guess. Moving on. Oh wait, there's nothing else to talk about. There you go, guys. That is everything in Assassin's Creed news for November 2024. If you want to stay up to date with everything Assassin's Creed Shadows, remakes, juicy leaks, and everything, subscribe so you don't miss it. I love you guys. Make the Father of Understanding guide us. Comment below your thoughts. I love you. I will see you soon. Goodbye.